So good evening, everyone, wherever you're watching. And this is Financial Expo, and this is where you're going to learn for the practical strategies for financial stability. I believe every one of you have your pen, you have your jotting pad with you, you have your gadgets, your cell phone, everything you need. Make sure you have everything by your side. Avoid distractions this time around. Avoid distractions because we're going to have a time together where you will learn, and starting from this moment, I believe there will be changes. My name is Isaiah Kinlabi, and people know me as TIA, the Isaiah Kinlabi, and I'm your regular guy doing everything legitimately to make ends meet. I'm a jack of all trades, master of most. So I'm here right here on the topic Financial Expo. And what we're doing right here together is the practical strategies to financial stability. Practical strategies. It will be practical all through. So that's why I said you should avoid distractions and make sure you are just alone with yourself. Please avoid distractions. Okay. Now let's ask a simple question. Please, I would love you to be engaging on the comment section as I'm asking those questions so that I can pick one or two. So now, quick question. I have a question I want to ask everybody here that you're watching. How many of us, probably you are just like me before, that you observed and you ever felt like money comes in and just disappears? The next moment, you make money. You know that, oh, I make money. And the next moment, it disappears. If you are one of those people, just comment with fire so that I can know if you are part of me. Just comment with fire if you are that kind of person whereby money comes in and you just don't know, it just disappears. You don't know how you spend it. You can't even say, okay, this is one thing. This is one thing I'm saying. This is one particular, what's it called? This is one particular thing I did with this money. It just comes and people keep feeling, oh, David, oh, Paul, you make money. Then what happened? You now keep asking yourself, I make money. Money came in yesterday, but before the week runs out, you just observe, it disappears. And there's nothing to show for it. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. So I want you to be here. The purpose of this section is I want to share practical strategies that you can start applying immediately to build financial stability. That is what we want to do. Practical strategies. If you are that kind of person, you make money, but you don't know how the money, you don't know what. Sometimes you say, oh, is this snake that took the money from you? You can't even say that this actually took money from me. You can't say. And I believe there's a general thing going on. There's a general trend going on Twitter. Those of you that are on Twitter, that some people are saying, oh, they are making 1 million, they are making 2 million, they are making 3 million and above. And some people that are making 100,000, they are doing fine than they do. So people keep, they keep saying their own comments, giving a lot of reviews. Some people were like, they have a friend, and that friend was making a very little amount, but this friend now, with that little amount, has grown into a bigger person. So there are strategies they make use of. And if you're also familiar with the current trend also, with this, our great person that you know, many of you know this person, Otedola. Many of you know Otedola. So Otedola, wrote in his book, he did some things. If you have that opportunity, I would advise you go get it. So all these people, be it Otedola, be it everybody in Nigeria, there's this particular thing that all these rich people do. There's one thing that all these rich people do. So I need to try and make my research deep ends into what they do so that I can actually know how are these people really making it? How are they being stable financially? So those are one of the things we'll be discussing together. Those are the things we'll be discussing. So firstly, I want you to note something, that financial stability starts with habits. It all starts with habits, and you need to get that right. It all starts with habits. And first thing you need to understand is what we call financial literacy. Many of you might feel you understand money, but you are not financially literate. There's a difference between someone to be financially literate and financially illiterate. It's two different things. And those are one of the things you need to understand here. So financial stability or literacy is the ability to understand and apply financial skills. So many of you are financially illiterate. You don't know because you don't even understand your finances. Let me give you guys a simple question. How many of you, at least the last month, which was July, how many of you checked your account statement that your bank sent to you? If I ask you, I believe few people checked your account statement. If you check your account statement, how many of you checked your account statement? Many of us, they will send us account statements, we won't check it. You can't track your spending. And you say you are financially literate. The reason why your bank is sending the what is it called, your account statement for you is so that you can see how you spent your money, how money came in. Some of you, this month is running to an end. You can't picture one significant thing you did with money. You can't say this is one significant thing I did with money. None of you. So you see, we have so many things about. We have a long way to go here. And I want you to please avoid distractions and learn as we proceed. So financial literacy is the ability to understand, that's first thing, and apply financial skills. It is also the ability to understand and effectively use financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting. Okay, thank you, Olada, Joseph Jerry. You don't check it, same thing. I was like you before too. I don't check my account statement. I know many people are trying to. Thank you, Olada, Joseph, for being sincere. Many of us don't check it. But me, I started checking my own, and I was able to track a lot of things. So listen. So I was saying that it is the first thing about being financially literate. So you ask yourself this question: are you financially literate? Do you understand? And do you effectively use these financial skills, including personal financial management, including budgeting and investing? Many of us, we don't do this. We don't even budget. None of us don't budget. Money comes in, it goes. You are expecting money, there is no budget about the money you're expecting, and that's why you won't have plan for that money. You don't always observe how many of you are in this shoe whereby when money comes in, like before money comes in, you have plans that you want to buy this, you want to buy this, you want to do this. But after the money drops, you observe, you will know how you spend that money to just fly. I know some of us we are somewhere like that, whereby before money comes in, we will set plan. We'll say, I want to do this, I want to learn a skill, I want to put money in this, I want to do that. But when that money should drop, pooh, you will just see that you won't be able to say, this is where I use that money. But when that money is now about to finish, you will not remember that, oh, I want to do this, and it will be late. So those are one of the things we want to do here. So the first thing we'll be talking about here is money. Many of us, we know this money, but many of us, we don't actually understand the money itself. This is money, yes or no? This is money. This is 500 naira notes. You can all see this is 500 naira notes. But do you really understand this money? Because if you don't understand this money, if you don't understand it, I don't think you can be financially stable. That's one thing you need to know. So what is money itself? It's a liquid asset used to facilitate transactions of value. It's just like saying, with this, I can transact value. You have something you want to get. You can't just go there to get it. You need something, which is this thing, money. And this is what we call assets. It's not actually the money, but it is assets. So if you understand money as an asset, then you're on your way to financial stability. And I believe if you understand what asset is, you know asset is different from asset itself is different from paper. And if you understand what asset is, you'll be able to know what we call diversification of this thing that you're seeing as money. So I wrote something here. I said this is a medium, is used as a medium of exchange between individuals and entities. It is also a store of value and a unit of account that can measure that value of other goods. You can't go to the market with bare hands. You want to buy something, you will surely exchange it with money. So if you understand how money works, which is the first thing you need to understand, then you will know what we mean by the road to financial stability. So you need to understand how money works. It is compulsory. It is necessary. You need to know that money is an asset. Money is an asset. So you are typing in your comments and say money is an asset. Money is an asset. Okay. So now, the next thing you need to understand is this thing we call savings. You need to know that savings. Because if you can understand this money, and you know assets itself, it's something that is worth keeping. Because many of you know that the only thing you know about money is spending. You don't know money is an asset. An asset, you store assets, you keep assets. Don't worry, we are diving into the practical. Thank you for those people commenting. Thank you. So we are diving into the practical aspect soon. So as I'm saying, savings. So many of you make money. Like I was saying, the scenario I made the other time about you making money and you don't know how that money disappears is because you don't understand the concept of these 7-letter words called savings. Many of you, nothing is saving you. And I believe we're in this era where things are not even going as planned. Some of you are making the money, but when you not need the money, you can't call upon it. And an asset is something you can call upon when you need it. So when you understand this money of a thing as an asset, you will know the logic behind savings. We are getting somewhere. So savings. And I want you to know that you should plan 3 types of saving, no matter your age at this period. It's not too late though, even if you're in your 40s, it's not too late. You should plan these 3 types of savings. The first one is the future savings. Many of us don't have future savings. What do you understand by future savings? This is when you set money aside for use at a later time. Money you set aside for later things, for use at a later time. That is, investing is using a resource, probably usually money, with the expectation that it will generate increased income or grow in value, or even you are just keeping it probably for a later time. We call it future savings. Think about why savings could be important in your life. Putting aside money for future use can help meet life goals. For example, you can set in a particular portfolio savings, that this particular savings is for probably for your wedding. And that's why most of you, it is when you now want to do your wedding. I don't know, probably some of you you've done your wed, you're married. So it's when you now want to get wedded, that's when you now start saving up. No, it's not done that way. Or you spend all your money that it's for some particular thing. That is not if you are saving for wedding, is a future savings, because wedding is a later time. And you can start now, even if you are not ready to get married in the next 1-2 years. And how do you do that? You set in a particular portfolio. We will talk about portfolios and how you can turn your portfolios to savings. And those are what people are doing. You can write it down when I start that period. Those are what the rich people are doing. Make your findings, make inquiries. You will know what I'm saying. So as I was saying, future savings are money you set aside for later things. Be it for your wedding, be it for your, December is coming now. Everybody will start doing obli. December is coming. But the major thing is that, did you even save for that December that you want to enjoy? I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun, but save towards that part so that you won't be spending some money that is not worth for that. So start saving for later times. Understand 3 savings. First one, the future savings, which I explained. I don't know, every one of you are familiar with all banks, and I believe all banks now, they are now initiating the savings of the thing. Many of you are familiar with OPay, you are familiar with PAMPay, you are familiar with Kuda. You can initiate savings there. You can initiate automatic savings. If you are using Kuda, if you are using OPay, if you are using PAMPay, all these banks, yours is just, all these digital banks and the like, money points and the likes, you will see a particular segment. I'm so sure about Kuda, and I'm so sure about OPay of a thing. I think there's Flexi Save on OPay. Kuda, there's a savings point. You just go there, automate your savings, whereby immediately money comes in, they remove it. So those are one of the things you should understand. So initiate that. Whereby as money comes in, you tell them there's a particular space in the Kuda bank. It will initiate when you click on that savings part. You now tell it, okay, you should remove a particular amount every. See, most of you don't know. Let's calculate something. Let's say your wedding is in 5 years, and you start saving. Let's say you are making. Let me use the minimum wage. Let's say 70,000, for example. Let's calculate together, and you are setting aside. You are making that money 70,000 monthly, and you are setting aside 20% of that money for your. Okay, 20% might be too much. Let's say 10%. 10% of that money, you are saving it for your wedding, and you want to wed in the next 5 years. Now let's do the calculation together on your calculator. Now, in the next 5 years, yes or no? That will be 5,000. There's one between fixed deposit and this savings I'm talking about, so we'll get there. So 5,000, 10% of 70,000 is 7,000. So you are saving 7,000 initiated monthly. When you initiate it, just take off your eyes. Take off your 7,000 monthly. And don't forget, 5 years, you are planning to get married in the next 5 years. So 5 times 12, because 12 months makes a year. That's 60. So 60 times the 7,000. You've saved 420,000 naira. Even if that won't be enough for your wedding, but at least that's on its own. Don't forget that is just using minimum wage, 70,000. If you just set aside 7,000 for 5 years, that is when you want to use that money. That is 420,000 naira. How much are they selling one bag of rice? I believe one bag of rice should be around 70 or 80,000 naira. Now calculate. You want to do wedding. How much is one bag of rice? You are planning like 5 bags of rice. 5 bags of rice times 80, that's 400,000. Has it not covered for that? So you can see the essence of future savings, setting aside one money for a particular thing. Even let me tell you, for your wardrobe, it's better you set aside money for future savings. You just create that thing in your bank app, create it, saving space. I think Stanbic too, I think they have that particular stuff. Don't worry, we're going to treat everything when we get to that. So please and please understand that, note that your future savings starts now. It's not too late. The next one is emergency savings. And this is very, very important. As a Nigerian, emergency comes in without even telling you. So what do I mean by emergency savings? This is setting money aside in case of any sudden or unforeseen circumstances which needs financial attention. It might be from family. Anything, emergency can come in. You don't know. So you need to set aside money. You need to set aside your money for emergency savings also. I told you, first one, future savings. Second one, emergency savings. That is, unforeseen circumstances can come in. And let me shock you, it is better you have emergency savings now. Even if you are married, single, and the likes, have that mindset. Emergency can come in. So when emergency comes in, you know where to take your money from. Future savings, you know that you are saving it for a particular thing. Emergency, this is it. You are saving and I used to tell people, see, it's better you have an emergency savings whereby it is just like 40 to 50% of the amount you get in. It's part of those things you need to understand. So you need to note that. So start having your emergency savings. You can put that aside also and say, okay, you want to be saving 5%, probably 5%, your own choice, depending on you, or probably 10%. See, if you are less than 30 years old, hello, if you are less than 30 years old, 40% is still very small for you to be saving. I know Nigeria is somehow, but don't forget, when emergency comes in like that, you don't know. Even let me shock you. Some people, if you are in my shoe, you can just let me know. You know, there are some expenses, there are some billings that come in that you don't plan from anybody. It comes in that you don't plan. And the money you are not expecting, is that what you are going to do? If you don't have money in your emergency savings, it's better you tell the person that you don't have the money. Or you've used up your emergency savings. Those are what the rich people do. I'm telling you some secrets now. I've moved a few of them and I understand some few things they do. So you need to know that. The third one, this one, I had a discussion with one of my friends, and she was like, Isaiah, why will you be telling me to have a retirement plan? That is the third thing, which is retirement savings. It is necessary. You can't be so strong forever. That is the deal. Many of you don't know. You are hardworking now, you are doing all works. There will be a time will come in your life that you will be retarding. You will be retarding. What do I mean by retarding? You won't be accelerating. You'll be lagging regarding strength. Your strength weakens. Everybody needs to set money for retirement savings. Retirement savings is that, oh, this is the age I want to stop doing hard work. Then my retirement savings will be saving me at that period. Now let's do the calculation together. You are earning 100,000 now, and you are setting aside 5% of your money for retirement savings. And let's say you are 25 years old, and you want to set your retirement. See, everybody needs to be setting their plans as they are living, and you want to set your plan. I'm teaching you what to do. Start writing those things down. So you now want to set. You should set your plan as at this period that, okay, at age 50, I want to stop working. It's not like you won't be working, but you'll be smarter. But at age 50 or at age 60, you don't want to be doing stress work. You want to be investing that time in your children's life. Now, and you are 25. That's 25 years to this time. Now, let's do the calculation together. And you are setting aside 5% for your retirement savings. So let's do calculation together. That is 25 years to this time. You are 25 years, let's say, for example, 25 times 12 months. That is 300 months. And you are saving 5% of 100,000. 5% of 100,000 is how much? 5,000. Do the calculation. That's 1.5 million naira. Fine. I know inflations are increasing day by day, but we'll do something. We'll get to a particular spot in this section where I will teach you how to beat inflation. So that is 1.5 million saved for your retirement savings. Is that not enough for you? Because at that period, you'll be spending less. See, don't build your life. Don't build your life whereby you are setting your children as your retirement plan. You are deceiving yourself. I saw a video of an 80-year-old woman went to America Got Talent. I know many of you will be familiar with this American Got Talent. So she was explaining her story and it was touching. Many people were crying. I was emotional too. I was emotionally down at that period. And you know what this woman was saying? She said she's 80 years old and all her life, while she was making money, she was investing that money in her children's life, hoping that when she can't work again, that the children will pay back. See, do you know what happened to this woman? The children left her because you don't even know. The economy is somehow. Your children, you don't know. You should build your life to help your children, not building your children so that they can be your retirement plan. It doesn't work that way. I've seen a grandpa that they are assisting their grandchildren, and that's how you should set your own plan. Don't say retirement plan hoping that okay, you are building your children. I want to give birth to like 6 children so that they can pay you back. You are deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself. That's not retirement plan. Set your retirement savings right now at your younger age. Even if you are old, it's not too late. And have a retirement plan. Have a retirement plan. Now let's proceed. There's one thing you need to understand, that you don't grow big to save. Rather, you save to grow big. I'll repeat it. You don't grow big to save. You don't say, when I start making 1 million, that's when you start saving. It's a lie. You can never, it won't be possible. You don't say, oh, when I start making billions, that's when you start saving. Who told you are going to do that? See, let me tell you, your spending habit increases day by day, but your saving habits that you start now, you will develop on it as you are increasing. That is it. Don't be deceived. You save to grow big. You don't grow big to save. You save to grow big. You save to grow big. Your future savings can be, as you are working, you want to set up a particular money to start up a business. You can start up a business if you understand finances very well. If you are saving 20% of your income, don't worry, we'll talk about income. If you are saving 20% of your income I'll give you so many businesses you can do with little amount of money. I'm not saying very little, but if you start saving for that period, you can start. I think nowadays everybody are now doing retailing. That is, everybody are doing all these what do they call it? These online vendors with what? A little amount. You can save and feel like, okay, you want to start a laundry business. Everybody around you, see, the major thing you don't understand, don't worry, a section will come when we talk about business, but I'm just chipping this in. That when you save for that, you can save for your future business. You can't keep working for long. They can sack you any day. They can sack you any day. Any day. Something can happen. If you are working and you're earning 1 million, it doesn't go on like that. Something can happen to the business. They can crash. So what will happen to you if they crash? Will you crash also? If you have nothing to show forth, you will crash also. So you need to understand. And they can sack you any day. What if they sack you today? What will you live on? Ask yourself that question. If you are being sacked today, where will you live on? What do you have to live on? That is what you don't understand. You are being deceived at the huge amount of money you are making right now. You are a tech person, you are making 1 million right now, you are being deceived. Who told you it's going to come every time? You can be sacked, you can be replaced. This one that we're in AI generations, you can be replaced. So you need to understand that point. You need to understand it. That you need to have something to back on when things go south. And that is why you need to be here. You need to be attentive. See, don't be deceived. Some of you are copying a lot of people right now. You are copying a lot of people. Some people, you are seeing them, you don't know their family background. You know your family background. You know what's going on. Stop copying people. You know what's going on in your family. You know how things are tough. And you're not trying to copy who? Copy who? Hello, if things go south today in that thing and that money, what do you have to fall back on for a period of time? So please learn to save to grow big so that you can fall back there anytime, any day. I know it's hard. I know sometimes it's tough to save, but get an accountability partner. See, you can reach out to me. I will do free consultation for you for within free period. You can reach out to me if you are having that difficulty. Let's help each other. We can help one another. Be accountable for what you are. See, I saw one of my friends some times ago, and we were discussing, and this person was explaining to me how he was making money. See, when you start using past tense in your making, hello, that means there's something going on. When you start using past tense, I was making money. What happened to now? When you were making money, what were you doing with your money? Do you understand what this money is? You are just spending as the money is coming in. Then what happens when it stops coming in? What will you rely on? You have nothing to show forth. I've had that issues too. I was making money sometimes and I could not show forth anything. Yeah, when I had crash sometimes, I was so down, but I could not show forth anything. All was going to one basket. I know many of you, you are hyping a lot of big people that you are saying, oh, this person is making money. You are hyping them now, but you need to know what are they doing. What are these people doing? So start developing that. Now let's quickly talk about income. Now income means like the total earnings someone makes. The total. So we will start discussing practical here. How much are you making? Answer that question yourself. You don't need to tell me. You know how much you are making. You know how much you are making. But you need to understand that that money, what is the flow? See, there's a particular level about this flow of income that you don't understand. If you don't understand the flow of income, see, if your income funnel, I want to draw something for you here. If your income funnel, let me quickly draw it for you. See, if you are having one flow like this, one flow, if something happens to this flow, what happens to your flow is zero. But if you are having a flow like this, I'm talking about flow 1, flow 2, flow 3, flow 4. If you're having 4 flows, if something is wrong with that first flow, you still have 3 flows to fall back on. That is if you understand income. The question is that you are making money, but the question is how many flows? From which flows? That's the question. From which flow? How many flows? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? How many flows? Then ask yourself question. If this one flow stop coming in, what happens to you? Ask yourself that question. If that one flow stop flowing, what happens to you? What happens? That's it. What happens to you? Let's talk. Let's talk. What happens to you if you stop flowing? What happens? So you need to understand what we call income. This means the money that you receive for your labor or product. Money that comes in. Fine, it comes in. Yeah, we all know the money comes in. But do you understand that we have 3 segments about this income of a thing? We have 3 types of income. Number 1, we have active. Note that, and you start asking yourself question. Do you have that active? Number 2, we have portfolio. Number 3, we have passive. Active income, you are working, the salary you are collecting, the wages you are collecting, the tips, everything, commission, that is active. And many of us, we only make money from that active. That is the only way where we make money, active alone. Do you have a portfolio? Do you have a passive income? Portfolio is it's proceeds from investment. I'm not talking about some stupid investment that we all have, we fall into. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about portfolio from some major investment. We'll get there and I'll tell you the real one. You can go to your bank and invest in your bank. Many of you are using products. You don't know you can be earning from those products you are using. You don't know. Number 1, active. The money you are collecting, the salaries, the wages, commissions, everything that is active because it's easy when you are exchanging your time, your energy, and see, most of you are being deceived with this money. You probably you are doing a job that they are paying you 200,000 naira. Don't forget it's 9 to 5. These people are using all your time, 9 to 5. And if you have nothing to show for it, you will spend all that time. Everybody will know you as someone that is making money, but you have nothing to show for it. Nothing, absolutely nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing to show for it. Oh, one of my mentors is here. Thank you, sir, Mr. Adekunle Abraham. I really appreciate this. Is an honor for me. So you have absolutely nothing to show for it. So that is what you need to understand. Nothing. So if you feel that they are paying you well, even if you are working as a government worker, a day will come. Why do you always see pensioners always queuing? Why do you always see pensioners will queue and they're queuing? You will see them, these people are very old. Are they not making money? Those people are people that when you are going to them, you are meeting them, you are going to their office at that period, they are boss. But at that period, when they are looking for money, they are not looking for money right now. They are chasing pension because there is nothing to show for it. Some people have died because of chasing this. So don't be deceived by the amount you are collecting now if you don't understand the right way to input in that money. You are making 500,000, and so what? Money go. If you don't understand money, you will spend that money. The reason why money exists is so that you can spend it. So do you have a portfolio? It's proceeds from dividends, interest, royalties, capital gains. That is your. Do you have that portfolio? The third thing is passive. 3 income. First one, active from your energy. Portfolio is returns from where you've put in your money. Is your money that is working for you. Third one, passive. Passive is from rental property. See, don't be deceived. You can see. Let me tell you one strategy now, and you should start working on it. Do you know you can start saving and say, okay, you see, number one thing when you make it, shouldn't be building house. If I were to be in your shoe, do you know what I would do? I'll build a house and I'll rent it out, and I'll start collecting rental money. Or I can have something I'm renting. Even if it is camera, if you buy a camera and say you want to use it for renting, you start renting, you're making money from it. Or you can build shops. You can build shops. Shops doesn't cost much. You build shops. You buy a very half plot of land in a very good place. Build shop on it. Start making money from that thing. Rental properties. As you're making money from rental properties, limited partnership, other businesses, you can partner with people. Who told you you can see? Go check people, those people that are making it. It all comes from partnership. Partnership. Tony Elumelu did not start on his own. All those great people you are seeing, it all comes from. Elon Musk did not start. They started as a particular group of people they started from. And you are making money from that. Just partnership. Angel investing. You see someone that has a business idea. You have the money. Put in your money and be making money from the person. That is passive. Without stress. 3 incomes we discussed. Active, portfolio, and passive. Please don't forget those things. The next one is profits. See, it's not all your income that are profitable. It's not all the incomes. It's not all the money you are receiving that is your profit. Most of you don't know. Many of you spend all money. It's every money that comes in. You know, I was explaining that flow to you. Many of you, your spending habits is so wide, like an ocean. So when that flow is coming, you have an ocean that you spend all. You don't even know what your profit is. You don't know what your profit is. So the profit is the amount left after removing all expenses. So let me tell you what you don't understand. At this period, you need to know there are some money that you can't spend. There are some money you spend. You need to know that. So profit is the amount left after all expenses, tax, anything, etc. has been deducted. It is also the actual reward taken by you. See, you can set up, even if you own a business. Who told you that because you now own a business, you should not go there and spend all the money is profit? No, that's not your profit. Your profit is, okay, I'm putting myself in this. I'm rewarding my company and I'm rewarding myself. Rewarding yourself in the amount you are making, little. I believe you are writing something. So 5 ways to make profit. Remove unprofitable business. You know some businesses that are not being profitable for you. Hello, quit. See, it's not so. Who told you should not? Sometimes we tell ourselves not to give up, but there are some period you need to give up. You are doing something and you are not seeing results. What are you still doing there? Give up and go re-strategize. Remove unprofitable business. Number 2, find new customers. You have a business. You have what you are doing, or you are working in somewhere. And for example, you are making money. One of my friends was telling me one thing. He was making huge amount of money and he was spending huge amount on transportation. Now to you will feel this guy is making money. But he's spending huge amount. Now tell me, what is the best thing you should tell this guy? To quit. But you will feel you don't want to quit. Best thing is to quit. Quit. How will you be making huge money? You are earning 150,000. You are spending 120,000 for transportation. Are you rewarding yourself? Who told you can leave? Anything not making profit to you, there's no between making money and making profit. Making money is money that is coming in. Making profit is profitable. Being profitable from that thing that is coming in. The third one is review your current price structure. Those of you in business, don't worry, time I'll fix a section for business talk. But this time around, I'm just telling you things you need to take off. Then reduce your overspending. The reason why you feel you are not being profitable is because your overspending is too much. You overspend. I was once like you. You see, sometimes charity, when you are doing giveaways, be careful. Be careful. When last have you seen Dagote do the giveaway? Say Dagote is doing giveaway. Be careful. You know your pockets, you know your accounts. Nobody knows your account balance than you do. Are you showing off? Please, we do overspend. Your friends are inviting you to a particular place and you know you are not financially stable to go there. Hello? They will kill you if you say no. See, I think number one thing you need to learn is to say no. Learn to say no to things. Your friend told you, oh, there's one Ashwebi. I'm doing wedding. The clothes, fine. We say we should celebrate with each other, but will you celebrate at the expense of, I don't understand. You don't have the money for the Ashwebi. Must you buy it? Your friend told you, oh, some people follow trends. Oh, iPhone stuff is out. Oh, iPhone stuff is out. Oh, yeah, let's quickly get money and buy it. Hello? Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. So there's a life cycle you need to understand about your finances. Age 20 to 29, that is a period where you build foundation. You no longer depend on your families. That's age 20. If you are age 20 to 29 and you are here, you are no longer dependent on your families. Even if you are staying in your parents' house, hello? Even if you are staying in your parents' house, learn to be dependent at that if you are 20 to 29. Yeah, I left home at a very young age and I did not regret living home. Yeah, at a very young age and I did not regret living home. So age 20 to 29, that is a stage you build foundation. Next one is age 30 to 39. That is when we call it early accumulation. And this is a period where you build diversified portfolios and you invest voraciously. What do I mean by voraciously? Hello? This is a period where you put in all your money. I mean 40, 50, 60% should goes to savings, should goes to investment that brings in money when you stop working. Age 40 to 45, this is what we call rapid accumulation. You focus on to retirement planning. Start retiring. If you are here, you're a big person, start, and you have a company already that is existing. If you are in that age 40 to 54, start planning on who will stand in, who you can hand over to. Start building people at age 20, 30, 39 to 40, 54, and go and sit down and just be earning from what they are bringing in. So age 55 to 69, financial independence. This is a period where you focus on how you spend your time. This period, this is when you focus on spending your time with your families, with your children. Then age 65 and above, the people, I believe you are familiar with the father of investor, Warren Buffett. You observe Warren Buffett is dashed out a huge percentage from his money to charity. Same thing with Bill Gates. So that is that age. I know we are not at that period. I know we are not those people. But at least start planning those period. If you are 65 and above that you are here, that is when you start building charity. So that when you leave, you'll be remembered for something. You'll remember for something. So now let's talk about the next thing, which is investment. And this time I want you to get your phone. Now, okay, you are using your phone, but I want you to get, if possible, write it down. Then when we are done, investments that you are doing, that is not the real investment. I've made that mistake. I've lost a lot of money because of I don't understand that. And now I understand. Go and ask the rich people what they do. Go and ask them how they make their money. They will tell you. Fine, they take risk, but it's not the risk you are taking. Say you are putting your money in some investment like the likes, all your money. That's not how to do. Now let me quickly teach you this. We're almost rounding up. Now, an investment is an asset or item acquired to generate income or gain. Acquire to generate income or gain. Did you hear me say it is where you acquire and probably where you depend all your life upon? And we have three types. We have the high risk, the mid risk, and the low risk. Understand that. High risk, the forex trading is the high risk. Cryptocurrency is high risk investment. Lending people money, you are borrowing people money is high risk. You are borrowing people money is an high risk investment. Many of you are saying you don't want people to feel bad about you. Who told you they are not even feeling bad about you when you are borrowing them money? I'm not saying you shouldn't borrow, but be careful. I'm saying don't borrow people money. It's high risk. Startup entrepreneurship is high risk. Equity fund they are high risk. What do you know by mid risk? I will explain things you need to put how you share that your money. Now, mid risk is mid risk. This in high risk, you have the tendency of losing all your money. That's high risk. Tendency. There's high tendency of losing all your money. That's high risk. Mid risk. It's the risk is minimal. And these ones are land banking. Start saving to buy lands. Hello? Start saving to buy lands. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not saying start saving to build house that you want to live in. No. Start saving to buy lands as you are making money. The land you bought 500,000 today, in the next 10 years, nothing will take the land. In the next 10 years, you won't sell at that same amount. The reason why we call it land banking is you are banking on the land. You are buying lands. Rentage. Hello, you can team up. See, look for very good people. Team up with 4 to 5 people. You guys can come together and buy one land. When that money increases, probably you guys will now come together. Make sure you have a lawyer, legal binding. When you have a legal binding, it will be easier for you. When you do that, you guys will now come together after like 10 years. Then you sell it, you will share the money. Now let's use that example. If 4 people you gather together and you save up, you guys save up 500,000. 4 people, I'm using little amounts. 4 people save up 500,000, so that's 2 million naira. You bought a land in a very probably a local place. You bought 1 acre. 1 acre is 6 plots, and you guys are 4. You bought 1 acre of land, that's 6 plots for 2 million naira. Now, after 10 years, you guys want to sell. You will surely sell that 2 million at least 6 million naira or 5 million. Let's say 5 million. Now, how many people? 4 people. Or let's say, okay, let's say 5 million. Yeah, for example. Now, let's do our calculation together. 4 people, 5 million naira. The 4 of you, if you remove your 2 million, or you guys can decide that, okay, we are selling, we are buying another one, or you are selling and you guys share it. Now, 5 million, 2 million to accumulate that land, 5 million. If you remove your capital, which is 2 million, we are calculating together, it remains how much? 3 million. 3 million divided by 4 people, that's 750,000 per each. Now, 750,000 plus the 500,000 you added, which is your capital, add it together. That's 1.250 million. You can team up. You can be 10. You are gaining 1.250 million. Your own money, you can decide to use it to invest in another land or invest in another thing. You've gained. But Nigerians, we want quick money, quick returns. See, banks are promising you 20% in a year. Someone is deceiving you, promising you 30% in a month, and you feel it's real? Hello? It's a scam. It's an high risk. So you guys can team up to do land banking, to do rentage. You guys can team up to build house and rent it out. And that money is for life. So far there's a legal binding. And the minimum for that kind of investment is 1 million naira. The next one is stock. Many of you don't know stocks. Go and download Bamboo app. I'm giving you hints now. Bamboo apps. We have Bamboo apps. We have a lot of apps like that. We have Bamboo apps. Download Bamboo apps. You know, I'm so familiar with Bamboo apps. I trust them so well. They are one of it. Check your sec. You will see them. So download Bamboo apps. It's free. Sign up. Start investing in stock. Currently, UBA, they've opened their, what's it called? They've opened their store for people to buy stocks. Who told you can't be earning money? I will explain some parts for you, dividends and the likes. Now, if you have stocks, there are ways you are earning from it. You are earning from capital gains. Capital gains is, now, currently, GT released, I think, as of May, GT released most all banks. The CBN told them that they should look for funds, like they should increase their capital base. So every one of them opened their shares. GT was selling at that period 50 naira per 1 share. Now let's calculate together. Currently, GT shares is now 9800 naira. 9800 naira. Now, if you use 100,000 to buy that shares as an April, you will have, I'm calculating for you, 100,000 to buy shares, is 50 divided by 50. You will have 2,000 shares. It's easy. Just download Bamboo app, sign up. After signing up, you will see those shares. I'm just giving you an example of, now GT is now 98. Now, you bought it at that period. You used 100,000 to buy it when it was 15 naira. Now, you bought 2,000 shares with 100,000 naira as at now. It is now 98 naira times the 2,000 shares you bought. That's 196,000 naira. Hello, you've made 96% from your money. 96 within 4 months. I'm talking about GT. 4 months. That is just capital gain. There's another thing which we call dividends. Because you are investing in their company, this is just one, we call it reward. They pay investors. That is dividends. They will pay you dividends quarterly. Now GT pays dividends, I think 7 naira per share or thereabout. I think 7 naira or thereabout. So let's say they are paying you 7 naira. Dangote is the highest dividend payer. I will give you another secret about Dangote. So now 7 naira. I will give you some shares you should go and look into. Now they are paying 7 naira. Don't forget, you've already seen 96,000 naira on your 100,000 naira that you bought that GT stock. If you bought it at that period, I'm saying. So now dividend, they will pay you quarterly, because quarterly is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. That's 3 months in Q1. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Some people pay quarterly. Now, if they are not paying you 7 naira per your share, you own 2,000 shares of GT, aside the 96,000 you've gained, times 7 naira per that share, they'll be paying you 14,000 naira on your money. Aside the 96,000, 14,000 quarterly. Now, times 4, that's 56,000. How much have you gained? You've gained 56,000 plus 96,000 naira. You've gained 152,000 plus, which will still be more than that in a year. But because you can't wait, that is why you can't do those things. So currently, I'm giving you a secret. It's closing September 5. Another one, I'm giving you an update now. UBA, United Bank of Africa, I believe you saw, I don't know, most of you saw news, but you don't follow news. Start following Nairametrics on Instagram. Nairametrics, so that you can see updates about investing news. Nairametrics on Instagram or YouTube. So now, currently, I believe, I don't know how many of you saw the news, where Tony Elumelu, they said he bought a larger percentage of UBA currently. Those are the rich mindset. You reason the way the rich people are reasoning. Now let me not hint you. They are opening their stores also for capital gain also, and they are selling for 48 to 50 naira. It will close September 5. That's when it will close. I'm giving you a secret now. September 5. That's when it will close. Rush to Bamboo, sign up, buy UBA with any amount you feel is okay that you can buy. UBA will be closing September 5. Another shares that you can buy is Dangote. You can't do without cement, yes or no? And Dangote is making wave now. Another thing you should be looking onto, Dangote said something not quite long. He said the Dangote refinery, okay, spelling Bamboo, Bamboo apps, Bamboo, Bamboo. Go and search on it. It's on Play Store. I think it's on Apple Store also. So go and search on it. Bamboo. Go and search on it. So now, Dangote said something. Those of you don't follow all these big people, all these big men. Dangote said something not quite long. They said refinery, that the refinery also will be open for. He will open it for shareholders. Those are what you need to look into. You know, refineries. Do you know how many trucks Dangote burn quite long? So if at first they will release it with very little amount, so please watch that also. If it comes in, rush and buy. Keep it. It's not that when you're now hungry, you're not going to remove it. No, you don't do that. So another thing, another stock you should have in your portfolio is Insurance company, I don't know if you observe, most of you don't follow news. Our president, President Tinubu, signed a particular policy for insurance people, not quite long, and they are raising capital. So insurance people too now. There's a lot of whereby they are there's a lot of policies under it, and I think digitalization is part of it, and a lot of things. Nairametric, Nairametric on Instagram, Nairametric, Bamboo apps. So let me proceed. So the policy was signed. An insurance company I'm making faster now. One of my insurance company I bought, I saw when I checked the last time, I saw 156% increase. I was wowed. I'll tell you this, ICO insurance. We have ICO insurance, AIICO insurance. Insurance company. This ICO is selling it very little. You need to have that stock in your portfolio. You know, we are still on mid-risk stock. ICO insurance, add it to your portfolio. I need to leave this part. So I'm just telling you, Dangote is one of the highest dividend payer. My friends could bear witness. When the dividends of Dangote came into my account one day, I was wowed. I was like, wow. I'm telling you the secret, the gold money. So even if you are not seeing money in the capital gain, you will see money in the dividend. You just need to be patient. Patient. Like the adage that says, the patient dog eats the the fattest bone. So I said UBA is closing September 5. Watch out for Dangote Refinery's shares, stocks. And you need to understand stocks and shares. Shares is what you own. Stock is what you buy. So you need to understand dividends. I explained dividends. Dividends is what they pay you, reward they pay on the shares you own. Capital gain is when the capital increases. So you need to observe that. So another insurance, you need to have insurance company in your portfolio because this period they are the good people. ICO was selling 3 naira before. Now ICO is around 4 naira, 6 naira. As little as that money is, if you own small, you are good to go. AIICO. When you sign up on Babu, you register, they get you approved, you sign in your other things, then you can search for those things. ICO insurance, AIICO. There's mutual fund insurance company also. I think let me stop at that too. Have Dangote Cement in your portfolio also. Then another thing you should have Zenith Bank too. Zenith Bank too pays well. Have Bua Cement. Have Bua Cement. There's another mid-risk that people are not familiar with, commodities. How many of you know do you know there's this company, this oil company for Okomu Oil. Okomu Oil also has a share. But let me tell you one secret. Okomu Oil, do you know what they do with palm oil? Cocoa, all those things. Cocoa, palm oil, and the likes. They are commodities. You can have them. If you have friends, or probably there's all these mothers, all these people that sells palm oil, always make them as your friend. They sell palm oil. Palm oil, there's a secret in palm oil. It's a commodity. There's a secret there. Let me show you that secret for those of you in this live section. Palm oil as of January was selling 30,000 naira plus. As of January. You know how much palm oil costs now? One keg. One keg of palm oil is now selling at 70,000 naira. I'm telling you the good. Now let's say you bought 5 kegs as of January. 5 kegs. 5 times 30,000. You use 150,000 to buy 5 kegs. Now one keg is now selling 70,000 naira. 70,000 times 5 kegs. That is 350,000 naira. Minus it by 150,000. You have 200,000 profits. 200,000 palm oil. Same thing with cocoa. But many of us don't know. You don't know. So you need to start making friends with those people, and you need to know how much is palm oil now. This time now is high. You can't buy palm oil now. So when it is getting to around January, start making friends. Start making your findings. How much is palm oil? You buy it. You tell them to help you buy it and keep it. You keep it. You sell when it is high. That is another way. That is another mid-risk that you can have in your portfolio. Investing in a business is also a mid-risk. So I think I've shared this little. About another bank that is selling very low. Jaiz Bank, Jaiz Bank, is this Muslim bank, low interest bank. It's very low also. You can have that in your portfolio. Jaiz Bank. There are other things you can have. You can have another way to beat inflation is when you save in dollar. We are getting there. So the next one, I've dropped mid risk. If you have your question, you can just drop in your comments. I will check back when. So the next one is a low risk. This is where you need to put your money. Low risk. That savings I was talking to you about, you can use low risk as your savings, which means you are putting money and you are getting percentage. Number one, money mutual fund. If you are using Stanbic, just go online, search for Stanbic Asset Management. Stanbic Asset Management, or walk to Stanbic Bank, walk to GT Bank. Tell them you want to make inquiry about their investments, their money mutual fund. Stanbic, we have Stanbic. GT own is GT Fund Managers. GT Fund Manager. Just search on Google GT Fund Managers. If you do not bring GT logo, that's a scam. So GT Fund Managers. Search on Google. Stanbic Asset Management. Another one is First Bank. I think First Bank own is First Asset Management Fund. I think First Asset Management. Sign up is free. Those your banks have those things you don't know. Go to your bank, walk to them, tell them. Sign up, it's free. When you sign up, after signing up, it's free. You just see money market mutual fund, you can go for it. You can invest in dollar fund. You can invest in equity. So now let's do calculation together. GT, okay, let me use Stanbic. Stanbic Asset Management pays 20% in a year, and you can put in all your, like you can save as if you are savings. There's even between fixed deposit and money market mutual fund. I will explain to you, and I will advise you to go for money market mutual fund. Now, money market mutual fund, the minimum is 5,000 naira. See, minimum 5,000 naira is free. Just sign up. When they get you approved, you start. Say you will do it. You will take it as your savings. So now let's do calculation together. They pay you 20% in a year, and they pay per month. If you are saving 5,000 every week, 5,000 every week, and you save for 1 year, yes or no? So every week you save for 1 year. Am I right? So let's say you have 90 weeks, for example. You save for 90 weeks, and you are saving 5,000. I'm saying as low as 5,000 every week. You are saving inside your money mutual fund. As you are saving every week, that is 90 times 5,000. That's 450,000 naira. 450,000 is not what you will see in your money market mutual fund. Do you know how much you will see in your money market mutual fund? You will see 540,000 naira. You can try it and come back to tell me the testimony. You will see 540,000 naira in your account, in your money market mutual fund. So if you are not putting in savings, you will beat inflation with those things, because inflation increases. Do you know the percentage of inflation currently? And you are beating inflation with 20% already. See that? So if you are using that as your future savings, using that as your emergency savings, open Stanbic mutual fund. Use it for future savings. Open GT Asset Management. Put it. So as you are putting your money increases. No bank charges. Unlike if you are saving it in your bank. The only time banks won't collect money if you are saving is when you are doing fixed deposit. And fixed deposit, you can't collect the money again. And in this money market mutual fund, anytime you are ready to withdraw your money, you can withdraw it. Okay, what is the best question to ask when trying to make inquiry about this mutual fund in a bank? Thank you for this question. You ask them that you want to know about their money, the bank money mutual fund, the bank money market mutual fund, MMF, money market mutual fund. You want to know about it. And it's so easy. Before you stress yourself going to bank, just search GT Bank Asset Management or Stanbic IBTC Asset Management. I think GT Bank one is GT Fund Managers. GT Fund Managers. Assets. Stanbic is Stanbic Asset Management. First Bank one is First Asset Management. Just search on Google. You will see it. Pick it and just make inquiries, or you sign up immediately. So as I was saying, if you use that, this is 450,000 naira. Can you see? Saved. You've had additional money. That is savings. You can use that as your savings. And do you know the good part there is that you can withdraw anytime. That's it. As your money increases. Another one is federal government savings bond. Another one is treasury bill. Now, money market mutual fund. I don't have time to explain that because our time is fast spent. But let me quickly explain. This is what the banks do. You can't invest in treasury bill because the minimum investment for treasury bill is 50 million naira. So this is what those banks do. They will create these baskets. So they will bring in everybody, you drop your money. That is it. So you need to understand that. So these are secrets. I'm telling you secrets now. Another one is land vest under low risk, land vest, real estate. This, you understand? So because of our time, let's quickly skip. Another one is Euro bond. We have a lot of mid risk Nigerian bond. Now, how many of you saw this? What's the name of this? There's this bond that came out last month or 2 months ago. That the federal government released this bond. It was out. Everybody was sharing it, but most of you did not put in your money. You don't know how bonds work. Don't worry. We'll do another section where I will explain that. Let's proceed. Now, this is how you will. Let me give you one secret how you are going to split your money for investment. Like all this investment I'm saying, I spare 10% out of the 100. You know, I explain profits and income. After remove all your money, out of the 100 percentage in your profits. Hello? Out of the 100 percentage in your profit, share it. 20% should go to high risk. Are you listening? 20% should go to high risk. 60%, okay, sorry, 10% should go to high risk because you will lose it. So it's better you put 10% there in high risk. Then you should have 60% can go to your mid. Okay, let's do it this way. Sorry. I want to help you to do a percentage that will be easier for every one of you. So you can have a percentage we call 50, 30, 20. Or to make it easier so that you won't, let's have it 50, 35, 15. 50% should go to your low risk. The 50% of your income should go to your low risk. Money mutual fund, fixed deposit, savings bond, federal government savings bond, real estate, land vest, Euro bonds, dollar bond, Nigerian bonds, and the likes. All those things. So 50% should go there. You will be happy if there is a platform for written information. Is there anything? Okay, I will try to send a link very soon. I'll try to create one. I think my EA is here. My EA will do that to follow up on that. So I'll try to do that now so that he will follow up on that, and anybody that wants to join that group will join. Then I will drop the what's it called, the information there. I will drop everything there. Thank you for that question. So now let's proceed. So 50%, put 50% in your high risk, in your low risk. Money mutual fund, fixed deposit, that is your low risk. Put 50% of your income. 35% in your mid risk. Is either stock, is either real estate, is either investing in a business, anything mid risk. Now put 15% in high risk. Cryptocurrency, equity funds, anything. Make sure it is 10 to 15%. Is that clear? Now, there's a statistics that says 80% are people who feel all investments are scam. 80% are people. I'm not talking about this investment you're saying now too. I've given you where to see the real investment. Though I wrote a book about everything. Anybody that need the book can just comment, I need that book. I wrote a book about everything. You will see everything there. I wrote a book about it. If you need that book, just comment, you need that book. I have a book I wrote about it, The Rich Investment Mindset Secrets. Is very cheap. I wrote it. You can just comment so that I can pick you. Then my EA will pick you from a comment section and send it to you. So 20% they are the rich people that believes in this investment and they are making their money. So now with this, I believe I've explained the stocks. Now let me quickly just share something about stocks for you. We have two types of stock. We have the common stocks and the preferred stock. And I've explained why you should put in your money in your stocks and the like. So let me quickly give you the top money market mutual funds in Nigeria. So write it down. We have Stanbic IBTC Money Market Fund, FBN Money Market Fund. We have Chapel Hill Denham Invest Niger. You can search for Invest Niger on Play Store. Invest Niger. We have GT Fund Managers Mutual Fund. We have FCMB Asset Management Mutual Fund. We have ARM Money Market Mutual Fund, but Stanbic is doing well. Stanbic is the best now. Stanbic IBTC Money Market Mutual Fund. So just sign up and get started. Sign up and get started. So let me quickly just share some core strategies here so that we can round up. Then I can get in questions. So I'll get in questions. Now, number one, the core strategies for financial stability. Number one, mindset shift about money. Financial stability starts with the habits, not just income. Create that habit now. It's not too bad. Create that habit now. The next one is budgeting and tracking expenses. You can create a Google Sheet. Download Google Sheet on your Play Store or Apple Store. Google Sheets. Okay, it will be on Play Store. It might not be on Apple. Just download Google Sheet. Tabulate. Download your account statement. Your bank always send account statement to you regularly, but most of you don't check. Track your expenses. Know where you're spending more. No. Is it worth it? So create a Google Sheet on your phone or use Notepad. You can use Notepad or Notion, Notion. You can use that. It helps you a lot. Then also use the 40-10-50 rule. That is 40% for needs, 10% for wants, 50% for savings or investments. What are your needs? What do you want? 40 for your needs. So note that and highlight that. The third thing, third strategy is emergency fund. Like I told you, every household, if you're a family man, you own a business, please and please, you should have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. 3 to 6 months. See, your landlord shouldn't be running after you when the month is getting, like, for example, the year you guys agreed. You should start it now, so that even at that period you already have your money saved for that particular thing. So another strategy under the management is that it reduces stress during unexpected events. Your friend just comes in and tells you he needs money. You know it's from emergency service. If you don't have money in emergency service, don't do that. Even your wife, if you are a family person, pregnancy can come in, hospital can come in, anything can happen, accident can come in, anything. I'm not praying that for you, but I'm saying you should have that saved somewhere. The fourth strategy, multiple streams of income. Now I've explained to you passive income ideas. I've explained dividends for you and so on. So when you have that mindset, it will be easier for you. The next one, cutting unnecessary debts. Understand good debts and bad debts. Good debt is, see, all these loan sharks. Hello, stop using loan sharks unnecessarily. Don't borrow for consuming. Hey, staff, you will die. You can borrow to learn a skill that is worth it. You can borrow probably for your business. To be the issue, once there is a secret to break free from that level, I believe everyone can take a giant step. Thanks for. Okay, so now we have good debt and bad debt. Hello, stop all these loan sharks. I know they are calling you. Don't borrow money for those kind of things. You can walk to a bank and tell them you want to borrow money. They won't stress you. Just make sure you have what it takes. But good debt, if you borrow money for a business, you know you will see money back from it. If you can borrow money for business enlargement. If you borrow money for skill, to learn a skill, high paying skill, it's worth it. Bad debts are consumer loans. You are borrowing money for what? You want to buy clothes. You are borrowing money to buy clothes. That is not the best way. You are borrowing money to eat. You won't die. Hello? See, don't close your mouth for food. I'm not saying begging for money. You won't die. The next one is investing wisely. Start small and early. All these investment stuff I told you, don't put oil. Start small. You will start developing that habit as time goes on. You don't put in that money there and you now say you are broke, you want to remove. Hello? It doesn't work that way. Start small and start building that mindset. Then I explain compounding to you. I've explained compounding. When you're saving some money, it will keep compounding. Before you know it, the money has boom. The seventh one, automate your savings. And I think I explained that one to you. That's a strategy you should follow. So now, So I want to ask you, drop in that comments now. What is your biggest money challenge right now? What is your biggest money challenge right now? Which do you struggle with? Is it savings or the spending habits that you struggle with? Put that in the comment section so that I can answer that. Now, I'll be closing with this. Financial stability is not about earning millions. It is about managing well what you earn today. It is not about earning millions. It is about managing well what you earn today. So tonight, track your expenses for the past 7 days. If you can do that, it will help you. Let's use 7 days, then let's use 1 month, and see where your money is going. Okay, let's use 1 month. Download the account statement for the last month and see where your money is going. If it will take you to take a whole day, download the account statement and start writing. Some of you spend a lot on data, and that data, all you've been using to do is download movies. What are you? Wait, tell me. You've been downloading movies all these years, and your income is not increasing. What movie are you watching? What movie? What movie are you watching? So track your expenses for the past 1 month. Now, like I said, I'm emphasizing on downloading your account statement. Downloading your account statement. I believe with this few points of mine, I want to tell you that if you can take this decision now, your life gradually takes an upward and accelerating motion to financial stability. It doesn't come at once. It comes gradually. Start developing that habit now.